The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and alone the darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Hey, good evening, my peeps. How are we today? Such a beautiful day. I guess Mother Nature is back on her meds again because it was a beautiful day today. Kevin, good to see you. Jean, good evening to you too. Welcome to Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. I want to thank you, PRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans. Good day to you, Mish. Good day to you. For allowing me to give you 2 shows a week, Sunday nights, 8:10 to 10:10 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesday nights. Hi, Gary, good to see you. And Tuesday nights, from 8:10 to 9:10. So tonight is only an hour show. And what a beautiful day it was. Seriously, it was great. I don't know. It was relaxing. Even though I worked, it was relaxing. It was good. Everything just seemed to fall right into place, which is a good thing because usually it doesn't. I'm off tomorrow. And on Thursday, so kind of happy for that. I do need the break, but I don't know. Sunday night show was an awesome show, and I want to thank everybody out there who tuned in to watch the show. And we talked a lot about paganisms. I'm sorry, but I forgot the dude's name. Please forgive me, Natasha, if you're out there. And my guest. I'm just running short on my brain cells. Kevin says we are supposed to get rain and thunder soon, but it's clear skies today. So, hey, Heidi, good to see you, hon. Oh, you're snowing in Boulder? Oh, my gosh. I don't know. Maybe I should take that back. Mother Nature is not on her meds. She's not on her meds still. She's every which way but loose. But we still love her. Heidi says it's been snowing like mofo all day. That's crazy. That's insane. But Sunday night's show we talked a lot about paganism, and he is a Norse pagan, and I was really interested in what he had to say. Um, so I got into thinking, and I want to thank my friend CL. Oh, don't forget CL Thomas, her podcast, the Gateway podcast, is right after my show tonight. And I do believe hers starts at 9:15 Eastern. And she's got a good guest on. Um, but after my show tonight, why don't you just go over, tell her I sent you, and show her some love. Hey, Kara, good to see you. Give her some love. Show her some love. So we were talking last night, and because I was dumbstruck because I didn't know what to talk about tonight, and I get like that. I'm so busy doing other things that, when it comes down to my show, my priorities are in another place, and I really don't come up with a topic. And so, but Spirit must have knew that because she called and I asked her, I said, CL, listen, I am having a hard time finding out what to talk about tomorrow night. Heidi says, mapping the world's most mysterious places, mysterious adventures, tours with Maria. Dang it, I forgot her last name on the Gateway podcast tonight. You know what? I'm good at not forgetting names. Yes, her name is Maria. I believe she holds, she does tours over there in Dracula's castle, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for sharing that, Heidi. Tomorrow night, Sean? I don't know. What's going on tomorrow night? Maria Schmidt. Okay. So me and CL were talking, and hey, John. And she said, well, why don't you do it, on Beltran or, a pagan holiday? And it was just like a light went off on me. I said, yeah, I think I will do that. I think I will talk about that. And so, of course, I went to my favorite AI on my phone. What did I say, Kevin? You said don't know what you talk about tomorrow night. Oh, gosh. I don't know, my brain. I'm just happy that I'm here tonight with all my peeps. Yes. So we're going to talk about pagan holidays. What is a pagan? Who is a pagan? And a pagan is someone who practices a nature-based, often polytheistic spirituality outside of mainstream Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam. Modern pagans frequently honor multiple deities, celebrate nature cycles, and embrace diverse spiritual paths, including Wicca, Druidism, and I never heard of this one, Heath Henry. Historically, the term referred to rural, non-Christian polytheistic population. And okay, and I can understand, and I know a lot of people who practice pagan holidays. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, okay, the Christian church actually took Christmas, and pagan was All Hallows Eve, and what happens that, which was Halloween, and the Catholic Church says, okay, so the next day, we'll have All Saints Day. Damn, Kevin, you got to start, typing right, buddy. Oh, really, John? Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. John, I'm on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights. 8:10 to 10:10 on Sunday, 8:10 to 9:10 on Tuesdays. Thank you for popping in. I hope you continue coming. But, so I know a lot of people who practice paganism, and I know a lot of people out there that are pagans. But my question to you out there, okay, and you all know how I feel. I will respect what you believe. Just please respect what I believe. Okay. And since I'm not really, really big on the subject, hey, CL, good to see you, hon. And so I'm not really big on the paganism and pagans, so if I say something wrong, please tell me. Please tell me if I'm wrong and correct me. You're allowed to do that. But I see a lot of people out there who are Wiccan, okay? Kevin takes a lot of witchy side of things. Okay. But do you actually do it because of the witchy things? Or do you take it and do it for yourself? And that's the question I've been, bouncing off in my head tonight, a little before the show started. If you belong to a coven, okay, and I know they have a lot of rituals out there, not for the spiritual stuff. Okay. But if you belong to a coven, and I know covens have a lot of rituals during the holidays, do you just go along with the flow and do it because all the other people in the coven are doing it? Or when you do it with the coven, do you do it for yourself? I mean, think about it, right? It's just like 5 people are paranormal investigating. CL set up okay, CL says no, I set up a solo altar. Kara says, my sister and I used to dabble in some witchy stuff, but not much and nothing harmful. Laura Lee says, do what? Asking if it came on. Do what? Just asking, just came on. Oh, okay. All right, Laura Lee. Well, if you are in a coven and the covens have rituals for each holiday, do you do it because the other coven members are doing it? Hey, Michelle. Or while you're doing the ritual, do you do it for yourself to make you feel better? Yes, that's true, John. Some of the Easter things are pagan. But that's the question I want to ask tonight. Do you do it for you, or do you do it because you have to do it because you're in the coven? Hey, Cindy Mitch, good to see you. Okay, so the nature veneration, pagans often hold the earth as sacred, which is true, and so do I. But does that mean I'm pagan? I don't think so. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I do hold the earth as sacred. I love the animals, as you all know, plants, trees, everything, even the little people. And also, as they hold the earth sacred with rituals tied to nature's cycles and seasons. Why does it have to be? Nah, I'm not in the coven. No, I'm not in the coven at all. Not at all, but I respect covens, but I don't belong into one. I have a lot of friends who do have covens, but it's okay. I love them, each and every one of them. Heidi says, I just don't do labels, but yes, I do agree with a lot of the beliefs. And that's okay. And that's okay. But if you're doing a ritual, isn't rituals somehow another word for praying? Is it? Praying for this to happen? Praying to have a good solace or a good crop when you do these rituals? Kevin says, I do it because I am partial to the solitary and love it. And also spiritual minded being, dream work, spell works, and card work, scrying, spirit guide communication, remote viewing, and mediumship. Heidi says, manifestation of some kind. Laura Lee says, I wouldn't know. Thanks, though. My cousin started one when she passed away. Personally, I am a Christian and never want the way of my cousins. No. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Laura. You know, personally, me, I have a problem with Catholicism. I was raised with it, but this is the only religion I'm talking about. And so I found out through Alcoholics Anonymous that I have a loving and caring God as I understand him, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But does it consider me paganism? Am I a pagan? And Kevin says the chaos which may all the think totems native ways, so take from many walks, but in solitary, not from a coven. Well, true. I didn't get to the coven solitary yet, Kevin. I know there's a lot of solitary witches out there, a ton of them, and they feel better being solitary because they can go at their own pace. They can do their own rituals. They can do that. And that's like really, I respect them. You know, a lot of people out there think that you have to go and join a coven so you can do all, you know, the power of one or the power of three, whatever the hell you want to call it. But, you know, there is a lot of solitaries out there. And, you know, I respect them as much as I respect the covens, to be honest with you. Pantheism is the recognition of multiple gods, goddesses, or a divine force presence with all things. Okay, so gods, multiple of them, multiple goddesses. Heidi says, go within it and remember who you are. True. But does a lot, my thing is, do a lot of people do that to look within, Heidi? Or do they just go with the flow? I'm not knocking it. They go with the flow and it makes them feel better. God, you know, bless them. You know, more power to them. You know, diverse beliefs. Is it non-dogmatic umbrella term, allowing individuals to tailor their own practices? I like that. I'm not Catholic, but you stand strong in your belief of God as long as you have prayed the sinner's prayer. Yeah, true. Oh, don't worry, honey. You're okay. I forgot the question too. This is an interesting topic. I'm really getting into this. Okay, so Kevin, this is for you. Diverse beliefs. Is it non-dogmatic umbrella term allowing individuals to tailor their own practices? Yes, I believe that. And when you do it on your own, I guess you get that better connection with Mother Earth. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for go. Have fun. Thank you for the prayers, hon. Appreciate it. Please stop that. But yeah, if it makes you feel better to go out and do it yourself, then do it. It's just that I have a problem. I really. Okay, John, thank you for popping in tonight. Hope to see you at the next show. That's good. And Kevin connects. Sober feelers. Oh, okay. I'm sober too. Kevin, yes, Sean. And so do I connect with nature. You need a snack. Okay. But yes, maybe I am a pagan. I don't know. I guess that's something for me to find out. But I know the path that I'm on right now, is not part of believing in different gods and goddesses. And I'm okay with that, you know? And in return, I respect everybody else. And I like what Heidi had to say when you have to look within. You got to really look within. And I do look within. And I have been looking within myself these past 2 or 3 weeks. And you know what? I like what I see. I put everything into Spirit's hands and he, let him run the show there. Because if I start running the show, I'm going to screw it all up. I'll be down back at the beginning again. Modern practices. Examples include Wicca. It's nature orientated. Druidism, Celtic, and Esotor, Norse. And that's great. But I don't want to, and this is my own personal opinion, not anyone else's, but this is my own personal opinion on it. I don't want to be characterized like Heidi says all the time. I don't want to have that label on me. And that's my own personal feeling. I don't want that label. But if somebody needed help, hey, Donna, good to see you. Welcome on. But if somebody needs my help into doing the rituals, I'd be more than happy to do it for them. But for me, I'm happy and content where I'm at right now. It is at the bottom of the hour, so we're going to take a couple-minute break. And we're going to talk about the different holidays that pagans, do rituals for. So go pee, go smoke, do what you got to do. I'll see you back in a couple minutes. Where can we go? We'll go right here. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. This will start the second half of the show tonight. I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans, for allowing you, thank you, Heidi, for allowing me to give you 2 shows a week. Sunday nights, it's from 8:10 to 10:10 p.m., and Tuesday nights from 8:10 to 9:10. Tuesday nights is my 1 hour show. Sunday nights is a 2 hour show. Hey, Johnny. And don't forget, Miss C.L. Thomas. Her podcast comes right after mine, the Gateway Podcast. So when you're done with mine, go over and give CL some love. All right? And tell her I sent you. See, I get $10 a person who goes visits her. That's just a joke. That's not. CL knows that. But that was a joke, everybody. That was a joke. But so in the first part, we were talking about, what is a pagan? Okay, and it was pretty cool. And I really don't want to get back into it because there's some things I need to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was the pagan holidays. Okay, pagan holidays, often called the wheel of the year. Now, like I said, everybody, whoever's pagan out there, or a witch, or whoever practices paganism, please tell me if I'm wrong. And I won't get mad, I promise. There are 8 seasonal festivals based on solstices, equinoxes, and fire festivals that honor nature's cycles. Squats, man, good to see you. But before we get into these, went to my trusty AI, okay, and let's see what we got here. Okay. I wanted to know what the fire festivals were, because I never heard of one before. And this is part of the holidays of the pagans. And it says pagan fire festivals are ancient Celtic seasonal celebrations, or cross-quarter days, marking key transitions in the agricultural year with bonfires for purification, protection, and fertility. The 4 major festivals are Beltane, which is on May 1st. I do not know how to pronounce it. Oh, I'll go this way. The Lammas is August 1st. Samhain is October 31st. And Imbolc is February 1st. And I know I destroyed those names, and I'm truly sorry if I did. Often focusing on strengthening sun energy or fostering growth. So the fire festivals, the key pagan fire festivals, Beltane, known as the Bright Fire. It marks the start of summer. I don't know if it started summer yet, but it's snowing out in Colorado, and it's in the 30s here in Pittsburgh. So I don't know, if that festival kind of worked. And I'm not being funny when I say that. I don't. Celebrations traditionally include lighting huge bonfires. You need fires to protect cattle and people, encouraging fertility and growth. But, at that last one, encouraging fertility and growth. What I know what fertility means and growth. Does that mean having a brand new baby? Or starting to have a baby, or fertility in like the crops? Don't know. And if anybody can answer that for me, please do. And the other one is Samhain, that's Halloween, known as the Witch's New Year. And this marks the beginning of winter. It is time when the veil between the worlds is spun, featuring fires for protection and divination. Scrying. Provokes. Thanks, Squatch. But you know what? And I've been in this business for a very, very, very long time. And I want to know if people feel the same way as I do. I believe the veil is really, really thin. And it doesn't need to be around October or November. I mean, the veil is so thin you can actually see the other side. I believe with all the crap going on out there in the world right now, there is no veil. And I believe that there are some very bad entities out there on the other side of that veil that are just coming through. The ghost activity has been huge. A lot of people are seeing ghosts. There's a different type of energy that's out there in the world today. And I believe that energy comes from the other side. And it comes in so easy, so like without no problems. So to me, there's no veil out there. And who I feel for are the empaths. The real strong empaths out there that have to deal with this. That has to deal with all the craziness and lunatic people out there. And my question to you, everybody out there, the people that are acting crazy out there, is it the people themselves? Or is there some kind of entity there pushing their buttons? But think about it. Okay, now the other one is Imbolc. That's February 1st and 2nd. Celebrates the coming of spring and is associated with St. Bridget's Day. Now, she's a pretty cool saint, St. Bridget. It is celebrated with candlelight and fire to honor the goddess of fertility. There's fertility again. And smithing, marking the start of the lambing season. Please tell me what the hell that means. Please, because I don't under the lambing season. Never heard about it. See, there's a lot of things I have not learned or even heard of about, these festivals that they have. And Lammas, August 1st. It's a harvest festival marking the first reaping of grain. It honors the Celtic god Lugh and often features bonfires, fairs, and games. Welcome back, Kevin. The traditions are purification and protection. Historically, communities extinguish home fires. I think this is pretty neat. Extinguish home fires and relit them from a sacred communal bonfire to ensure health and protection for the coming season. Seasonal cycles. These festivals align with the Celtic wheel of the year, balancing sun-based holidays and seasonal agriculture changes. And many of these traditions continue today, such as the Beltane Fire Society event in Edinburgh, which blends ancient rituals and modern performances as described by the National Geographic. So look at all these. I mean, these are all over the world. I mean, honest to God, there's like 1, 2, over in the Czech Republic. They call it wall purges, burning effigies of witches on new hilltop bonfires as detailed. Hogmanay, Scottish New Year celebration often includes fire, fireworks, or torchlight processions. If anybody doesn't know what a torchlight is, it's a flashlight. They call flashlights over there called torches. So those are your fire festivals. But what does a fire do? The fire's for what? Protection. But what are you protecting yourself from? Seriously, what are you protecting? Oh my God, peanut butter and honey sandwich. Oh God. Oh man, you're so. Oh my gosh. But that's okay if you like that, Kevin, and eat it. You know, talking about living off the earth there. But can someone out there, Kevin, maybe, can you explain the reason why there has to be fire um, festivals for all these? I hear it's for protection, but what do people what are they getting protected from? Trust me when I ask these questions and not being a dumbass when I tell you this. I'm being honest with you. I do not understand. I don't. So I'm asking dumb questions. But you know what? There's no such thing as dumb questions. Now, you got, we talked about Samhain. Fire is action. I don't know, Heidi. Could be. But they keep saying the fire is a protection. And I can't see a fire protecting anybody. Fire ignites any work, pushes it further also. Okay. Kevin says the fire ignites any work, pushes it further also. Squatchman, sorry brother, gotta go squatching. Been waiting all day and tonight before the storm tomorrow. Okay, Squatchman, listen, dude. Man, I hope you get to talk to the juvenile, dude. Have a good hunt, you know, or a good investigation. And we can talk about it soon. Um, Kevin says you can see in flames, so you can sky it, and okay. But when I look into fires, I think fires are the greatest thing on earth. But to me, okay, and I'm only speaking to me, but a long time ago when I saw a fire, I enjoyed sitting around the campfire, and I would see these faces and things in the fire. They scared the shit out of me, you know. But it's been going on for thousands. Joni says, "Good luck with you, Scotsman." But I just lost my train of thought. Kevin also says it could be protective, gives heat, keeps the flies away, and possibly keep demons away. It's a possibility, Kevin. Isn't that what Samhain is? Lighting the candles to keep the spirits away. Isn't it when children get dressed up in different costumes, supposed to keep the spirits away? Huh? I don't know. But eventually, what's going to happen is that, yeah, I am going to learn it. And if it is put in front of me to understand, and then, what usually happens, and this is the truth, everybody, when I'm supposed to learn something, it is put in front of me. You will see what you resonate with. Okay. But it's put in front of me so I can understand. I can understand what it's all about. Now we got Yule, the winter solstice. And that's December 21st. It celebrates the shortest day in the rebirth of the sun. Lighting candles opens a portal to spirit world, so communication. Kevin, maybe I need to get you on this show and we can talk about it some Sunday night. I'd appreciate it if you want to do it. Yule, Yule, the shortest day in the rebirth of the sun. And I guess the rebirth of the sun is because it's the start of getting sunny again, like on December 22nd. But I thought that the Catholics, the Christianity, took Yule and made Christmas. So Christianity took Samhain, the what is it? The Witch's New Year, and the very next day, the Christianity called it All Saints' Day. But what's crazy, if you look at the history behind it all, Christians did not believe in this stuff. And they really thought that they could go over into the United Kingdom and change everybody over there to Christianity. And it just never happened. I would have to call it a revolution. But I guess the Christians did not think that they would that the Druids, the pagans, would fight back. And so Christianity joined in with the pagans. So I know it's all brand new to me. This is all brand new. But I love to learn things. At the beginning when I said, are you doing this for you, or are you doing it because you're doing it for the covenant you belong in? That's what bothered me the most. Until Kevin came up and said, no, he's solitary. And then it started to make all sense. But everybody should know and everybody should realize, okay, that each one of us has a god or goddess that we believe in, knowing that this god or goddess is going to take care of us when we need the help. This has been a very interesting show tonight. Very interesting. I hope some people got something out of it tonight. And I guarantee it, I'm going to have to get Kevin on the show on a Sunday night. And we can talk more about this because I am lost. I need to do some more research. Kevin says you can connect with the fire you build. Ask it to reveal, and it can show what you need to know. Okay. But when I do all this stuff, Kevin, I'm going to need somebody there to literally hold my hand and to help me understand. Heidi says, Mr. and Miss Doc just showed up at my side door in a snowstorm. I put food out for them. Let me tell you about my best friends. Okay. I like that. You'll be in the chat. Now I'll get you on the show somehow. But we are getting close to the end of the hour. I hope people enjoyed the show tonight. I want to thank CL for helping me pick a topic for tonight. And don't forget, okay, everybody, don't forget that her podcast, the Gateway Podcast, comes on next at 9:15 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 on the West Coast, and 8:15 Central. Night, night, also much love and light. I like that, Kevin. Kara says, I used to just completely space out around fires. I really feel connected to fire, but don't know why. Gratitude to you, Heidi. Much gratitude to you, to Kara, and Kevin. I have a lot of gratitude towards y'all. But we got about 4 or 5 minutes left here, and you know what that means. I'm going to do a little 3-card reading. So I'm going to pull 3 cards and give a little reading and see what comes up with. Maybe I'll learn something about myself tonight, you know. But these cards are for everybody, and you know that's what I pull, and hopefully the cards will help you on the rest of the week. Buck Brown says, "Enjoy the show. It makes me think and be open." Thank you. You're welcome, Buck. That's my boy, Buck. Good. See, good. Oh, thank you, Buck. Thank you for watching, my friend. Natasha says, fire is a powerful element and also a powerful trance object. Okay. Thank you, Natasha. Appreciate that. So I'm going to draw the 3 cards. This is for everybody. Okay. And if it's meant for you, the card's meant for you. And there I shuffled them and I cut them. Joe Fox ain't in the thing. So when I pull the card, it's going to be a 3-card pull. I'm going to see what it feels for me. So the first card I pull is the mouse. Okay. And this is your past card. And with the mouse, okay, the mouse like scrutinizes everything. Okay. He's always getting some food from here, food from there, you know, different kind of ideas, you know what I mean? He's small, he's wiry, he's fast, he's quick. So he's going like 100 miles an hour, which means, okay, that in your past, everything was going fast. And you were just taking snippet, 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 and you were putting it in your nest. But we don't know what we were pulling or going after the information. Maybe you people out there know, maybe you don't. Second card I'm going to pull is the crow. Haha. The crow. Can't get a good picture on it. The crow. And the crow to me is the messenger, of course. And it makes a lot of noise. And so when I look at the crow along with the mouse, the crow in the now is saying to you, real loud, because they make a lot of noise, they're saying, you know what, just shut up and go on with your life. Don't worry about the other things that you need to get in order to supposedly make your life better. The crows are telling you, hell with that shit. Just start going. Walk your path. Do what you got to do. And let the things come to you. And the future card is the porcupine. We've been pulling him a lot. And that's your future card. Now, what I see with the porcupine with the last 2 cards, you know, as the mouse is continuing on his path, the raven is like yelling at him, just quit doing that and just continue walking. And with the porcupine going on, okay, it got its quails, you know. Sean, turtle, black egg, and otter. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. But with the porcupine, you know, it has a lot of quills, and you get hit with those quills, you're hurting. And so maybe, you know, just just be quiet and don't grab for all the information you need to succeed. With the mouse, and the crow is just yelling at you. More than likely, it's just your spirit yelling at you, your familiar, your guides. And with the porcupine there, If you step out of line, you're going to get quilled. And you know what? That reading there is so me at one point in time. It's so me. Because when I started this journey, I grabbed for everything that I could to learn more and more and more and more and more about the metaphysical world. And then there were 2 or 3 people that started yelling at me and said, shut up and just walk your path. And then the quail, I meant the porcupine with the quails, okay, is my spirit guides smacking me upside the head if I go off my path. If I started to do something stupid. Kevin says, best part is how Sean brings it all together in a telling story that always resonates. Thank you, Kevin. So don't be the mouse, everybody. Listen to the crow when it yells at you or when it's talking to you. But just be aware that the porcupine is right there to quail you if you go off your path. And I want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight to watch the show. I had a great show on Sunday, and it was a great show tonight, and there is so much I need to learn. And you know what? I'll learn it eventually. But I might do another show on paganism and pagans so I can learn more. Children, if you can, please go to your parents. Kevin says, Heidi agrees with Kevin. Love that, Sean. Makes much sense. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, everybody. Children, if you can, please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents and if you have no children, find someone, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. And always remember, please protect the children. And on that note, I'm going to say good night, everybody, and enjoy your week. And I will see you Sunday night. Have a good night. Good night.